everybody, this is Heather, and today I'm going to show you the books that I read in the month of October. I know this is late, it's like, by the time this goes up it'll be like November 9th or whatever, but because of my circumstances over October, I actually wasn't able to get access to my camera until now. So anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. So, at the beginning of the month, I read Queen by Victoria Aveyard. So basically this is about different types of people. So you've got silver bloods and you've got red bloods. And silver bloods have these special abilities and they actually make up the nobility of the world. And red bloods are sort of just human and mortal and they have no powers. But it turns out that the main character, who is a red blood, she exhibits a type of power in front of all of these silver bloods. So they have to basically tell everyone that she was actually a lost silver princess so that people don't start freaking out and thinking that like the lines were blurred or whatever. So there's a little bit of politics in it, and there's also some romance. And let's just jump into how I thought about it. I was pretty disappointed in this book. I mean, I thought the premise was really cool. I like reading stories with love interests in them, but I just couldn't believe it, I guess. It was very unbelievable to me how she even fell in love with the guy. I don't want to say anything too detailed about it. But as it was happening, like any sort of scene that was supposed to be romantic, I was like, really? Like, this is happening right now? I don't know. It's hard to explain without getting into too much detail, but I don't know. I just didn't believe it, and then there was a twist, and I didn't see it coming, to be honest, so that was good. I hate when I see twists coming, so I didn't see it coming, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way the story went. I didn't like how it ended. I believe this is the first in what will be a series, and I don't plan on continuing the series, so I almost didn't finish it because I didn't enjoy reading it at all. But I don't know, if the story appeals to you, definitely give it a try. I don't ever want to like tell people not to read something because everyone's different, so you might enjoy something that I don't enjoy, and that's perfectly fine. So anyway, I just personally didn't enjoy it. It was a quick read though, only took a few days. The next book I read in the month of October was sort of because I wanted a spooky book. I wanted something a little creepy because of Halloween. So I picked up Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Now, this was pretty much what I expected it was going to be. It's not really the type of book I tend to pick up. It's an adult novel, and it's a thriller mystery kind of thing. There's a grisly murder at the very beginning of the book. It's basically about a woman who, around the time she was 5 or 6 or something like that, her entire family was brutally murdered, and it gets pinned on her older brother. And at the time, she actually testified against her brother. She encounters, many years later, she encounters these people who are like obsessed with solving the murder, and they believe that her brother is innocent and all this stuff. So at first she kind of rebels against it, but then she starts getting a little curious and starts investigating the murder herself. So it's interesting. You meet a lot of different characters. It jumps perspectives between her name is Libby, her brother Ben from that day of the murder, and her mother, also from the day of the murder. So you get all these different perspectives of the story from the present times and also from the past. And I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was good for its genre. I just don't really like the genre very much. So definitely give it a try if you liked Gone Girl and you like that kind of, spooky story. The next book I read in October, it was actually an audiobook, and the reason I picked it up was because I wanted something to kind of keep me motivated. So I listened to Slim for Life by Jillian Michaels, and I'll put a picture of that like right here-ish. So I listened to that on audible.com, from audible.com, whatever, and it was very interesting. It's obviously nonfiction, and it was just a cool thing to listen to kind of remind me all about exercise and nutrition. And I like listening to stuff like that because it gets me excited to incorporate those tips into my life. And I don't know. So that's just something random that I listened to. The final book I read in October was Life and Death by Stephanie Meyer. So if you have not heard all of the hype, I guess, about this book, I'm about to explain it to you. So basically it is Twilight rewritten with 99% of the genders swapped. So instead of it being a human girl falling in love with a boy vampire, it is a human boy falling in love with a female vampire. And it's basically Stephanie Meyer's response to the criticisms that Bella is always a damsel in distress and she's a terrible role model for girls and all this stuff. So Stephanie Meyer says, no, she's a human in distress, so I could retell this entire story with all the genders swapped. So it's technically the bonus material to the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight. As I was reading it, it wasn't as interesting to me. I couldn't really get into the character of Beau. He just was kind of different. He was a different character. He's not just Bella as a boy. He's his own character. So I liked that aspect of it. And she did make some changes. And I'm not going to go into what changes she made because one of them was kind of a surprise. And I really, really liked it. Sure, with that all being said, those are the books I read in October. It was definitely not my best reading month, but I mean, I had these extenuating circumstances of moving away and then coming back to Maryland. I definitely want to know what you read in the month of October, so comment below, or if you have your own booktube channel on YouTube, let me know so I can check you guys out. And anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Anyway, love you guys.